Arnold is a show that is known for having very well-developed characters with extensive backstories. In addition to the main characters having rich character arcs, such as Helga Pataki, minor characters experienced their own transformations as well. That's something I really appreciate about Hey Arnold. If you want to learn everything there is to know about your favorite characters, check out my Hey Arnold character analysis series. Did you know that over the course of Hey Arnold, over 100 characters were introduced? That's a lot of characters, so in this video, I'm going to test your Hey Arnold memory. Welcome to Dial Up Digest! If you want to watch videos all about TV shows from the 90s and 2000s, subscribe for new videos every Thursday. First up, we have Billy. Little Billy was introduced to us in Season 1. He was a student at PS 118 and only had one speaking role. That was in the episode Eugene's Bike.
Hey Arnold! Hey Gerald! Wanna see my albino worm collection? I call this one Pinky.
No thanks, Billy.
Okay, but you don't know what you're missing.
Billy is portrayed as a happy kid who is eager to show off his albino worm collection to Arnold and Gerald. If his voice sounds familiar, it's because it comes from the same voice actor for Sid. Billy's unique hobby, willingness to stand out against a crowd, and apparent friendships with Sheena and Brainy made him a part of the quote-unquote
Dork Parade.
The only other time we saw Billy was in the episode Mugged.
I'm okay.
Next, we have a mysterious boarding house resident who had brown hair and wore a purple suit. She was only present in Season 1. Her name is, allegedly, Lana Vail, but that may not be true. Lana only has one speaking role, and that was during the episode Heat.
Lord 11.
Arnold, a little cold air. Is that so much to ask, is it?
From Lana's line, we can hear a European accent, which suggests she is originally from somewhere in Europe. For number 3, we have Siobhan. Siobhan was the character with the curly red hair and big, round, green glasses. She appeared twice in Hey Arnold. Once was during the episode Phoebe Skips, when she replaced Phoebe as the student the 6th grade girls would take advantage of. Siobhan was so smart that even though she was in the 3rd grade, she was bumped up to the 6th.
So anyway, Siobhan, the girls and I were wondering if you wanted to come to our study party after school.
Study party?
The only other time we saw Siobhan was in the episode Gerald's Game. Do you remember who this is? Her name was Chloe. We met Chloe during the episode Gerald vs. Jamie O. In that episode, Chloe plays a significant role. She was 13 years old and was new to Gerald's neighborhood. Once Gerald saw her, it was love at first sight. But unfortunately for the 9-year-old Gerald, Chloe only had eyes for his older brother Jamie O. She agrees to spend time with Gerald, but ends up just using him to get close to Jamie. Chloe agrees to do whatever Gerald wants to do, play video games, ping pong, rollerblade. She was very persistent. All the while, Chloe tries to seduce Jamie O, but her efforts fall flat. What she does end up doing instead is make the brothers argue. In the end, Chloe's conscience catches up to her and she comes clean. This shows how even though she was deceptive and manipulative, she did have a good heart because she couldn't keep up her act for very long.
I've just been hanging out with you so I can spend time with Jamie O, even though it's pretty obvious he doesn't want to spend time with me. Anyway, I'm really sorry. I never meant for things to get so out of control.
Fun fact, Chloe actually appears in both of the Hey Arnold movies. Earlier, I mentioned the boarding house resident Lana Vail, but there's also another boarder who you might not remember, Mr. Purdy, but he was actually never seen in Sunset Arms, only heard.
Mr. Purdy, I'm here for the rent.
Oh, Arnold, I didn't hear you come in.
What was that?
What noise?
That noise.
What noise?
Was that a chicken?
No, that was the television.
But you don't have a TV.
That was the radio, Arnold, the radio. Oh, the rent! Well, listen, can I pay you tomorrow?
All See you tomorrow.
From this conversation with Arnold, we can see how Mr. Purdy was being very evasive. He was obviously keeping a chicken in his room and was trying to hide that from Arnold. He also didn't have his rent money ready, so it looks like he might have had some financial difficulties. During the episode Mr. Green Runs, we actually see what Mr. Purdy looks like. Number 6 might look familiar. We first saw her in the episode Magic Show in Helga's dream she had when she thought she disappeared. Her name was Gloria.
Who's Gloria? This chump? Is this Gloria?
Gloria looked just like Helga. She wore a similar pink dress and had blonde hair. But unlike Helga, Gloria was nice and well liked by her peers. Gloria replaces Helga in her dream, and Helga is livid. You could say she was like an anti-Helga. Gloria also appears in the episode Helga's Boyfriend when Stinky falls in love with her after briefly falling for Helga.
Ahem. It happened the other day at the drinking fountain. I guess we were just plain smitten.
At number 7, we have the leather jacket wearing 20s inspired bad boy, Frankie G. This character was the focus of the episode Cool Jerk. He heroically saved Arnold from Harold and then took him under his wing. He was looked at with awe and revered by many.
Whoa, it's Frankie G.
It's Frankie G.
Street, man.
He gave Arnold special attention and seemed like a great guy. But soon enough, Frankie's true colors shined through, and we saw him for the cunning thief that he was.
So you needed me to help you steal a tweeter?
Look, Arnold, you want to be cool, right? Sometimes if you want to be cool, you gotta bend the rules a little.
I thought we were friends.
Well, we'll be better friends when you get through that window. Hey, you're not listening to me.
Hey, what are you doing? Leave me alone! No, let go of me! I won't do it!
Yeah? Watch this!
The story of Frankie G was a cautionary reminder to be wary of those who seem too good to be true. Number 8. Before Mr. Simmons was Arnold's teacher, he was taught by Miss Slovak. But once, Miss Slovak was away and she was replaced with a substitute teacher, Miss Felter. In the episode Crush on Teacher, Arnold develops a crush on Miss Felter. Arnold overheard her say Arnold was coming over for dinner and thought she was referring to him, when in reality, she was referring to her boyfriend, who is also named Arnold. This prompts Arnold to show up at Miss Felter's home and awkwardly tries to woo her.
Hey, you said a beautiful table, my fair senorita!
Did you remember all the characters from this list? If not, which ones did you forget about? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok at dialupdigest. Until next time, my friends, dialing out.